Hi. I have a vision that I'd like to share with you today, and it's a vision to create homes with flourishing communities for people with shared values. And it's a vision to harness the power of technology, great design, and the sharing economy to transform the residential rental sector and improve people's lives. Now, I love hotels, and I love travel, and I've spent 20 really happy years in the world of hospitality, and they can be such a force for good for the guests that come and stay, the communities they're in, and the teams that work there. But recently, I've become more interested in where people live day to day, rather than the hotels that they sometimes stay in. And wouldn't it be fantastic for life at home to be that good? Those services, those experiences, all where we live. But instead of that, study after study is pointing to an epidemic of loneliness and unhappiness affecting every generation. And despite all of our connections online, more and more of us are feeling more disconnected from the people around us. But do you know what's tragic? Is we know what we need for a good life. The world's longest study into human happiness, conducted over 75 years by research teams at Harvard, found that the key to a good life is relationships. Friends, family, community. And yet, for those of us that rent our homes, connection and community are matters of chance rather than design. I'd like to change that. So we began by thinking about people's experience of looking for a rental home now, what they have to do, how it makes them feel, and how the current system fails them. So for many, looking for a rental home looks something like this. So we often begin our search online, typing in price or location, or even worse, we have to trawl endless estate agents filling out registration documents at each. And then we have to go to viewings at awkward times. And then when we do get to see an apartment, we have no idea what it's like to live there, or even worse, we have no idea who our neighbors are. Pretty frustrating. Then if the place we want hasn't already been snapped up, we rush to put down a huge deposit and complete all the paperwork, which takes a ton of time. Then moving. Pack up boxes, removal vans, get stuff upstairs. Boxes laying around, which, I don't know, for you guys is probably days or weeks, or in my case, months. And then we're in, and we're excited. But, you know, daily life gets in the way, daily life gets in the way, and we have to, we start to think about, where do we find a repairman that will come while I'm at work, or where do I find a cleaner, or where do I find a local doctor's or a cafe? And all of this makes what should be a really exciting new venture, moving to a new home, so stressful. And what's even worse is that if our job or circumstances change, we have to do the whole thing again. And it's a really antiquated process, but it doesn't have to be like that. So we went back to the drawing board, and we thought about how we could create a far better experience. What would the ultimate rental experience look like? And what would it feel like? And we specifically asked ourselves two questions. Where can we use technology to simplify the process of finding and securing a rental home, and then dealing with those daily tasks? And then secondly, once we've moved into this community, where can we use technology to improve our lives? So we started by making searching for a new home a pleasure. What happens if you could search online or on your phone with live availability, beautiful pictures of the actual apartments you want, and there are reviews from members past and present telling you what it was really like to live there? And what happens if the members of the community were the ones to show you around? In fact, we'd love it so much so that we'd offer credit against their rent or drinks from the bar or cafe downstairs. And what if all the paperwork could be done on your phone in days instead of weeks, taking the stress out of it and replacing stress with simplicity and excitement? And rather than searching online only by price and location, what if we were influenced by our friends, people on our social networks, people in the local community, people we trust? So we're all different, and we have a whole host of different interests. But if we share similar values, then we're likely to be able to create better communities. Then those differences are enriching, enhancing, and what makes community exciting. So we actively seek foundation members to be the first members of our communities who share our values. Values like integrity, honesty, compassion, sharing. And vitally, these foundation members are people that want to give back to their communities. So we ask them to hold events a bit like this with people with shared values and to spread the word about the communities and their interests and passions. Wouldn't that be a nicer way to live? So you've moved in, and we've helped you take the stress out of that. But then we want you to feel supported in this new community the way that you want to be. So I'm a dad. I have an 11-year-old son, a dog, and I rent a property. And a few months ago, my son was coming to stay, and some family were visiting from out of town. And the boiler broke. So it's February in London, so it's not great. My cleaner told me that she was going away for a month, and I had an urgent meeting to get to, and someone needed to walk the dog, and my son had a ton of homework, and of course a much busier social life than me. I think a few of you can probably associate with that. So can you imagine being able to solve all that at a touch of a button? Can you imagine being able to book a friendly maintenance guy to come on your phone while you're on your way to work, who'd come and fix the problem in hours, not days? And a cleaner that would automatically turn up when mine was away with a set of keys. And someone in the community who'd already said that they would love to take the dog for a walk, but they were too busy to have one of their own. An app offering the help I need when I need it, leaving me to do what was really important, which was spend quality time with my family, building relationships, and getting my work done. Now, these first projects of ours, located in both urban and country locations, embody so much of what we're trying to create. For thousands of years, people have gathered in communal spaces to socialize, share news, make decisions, and dream together. So we design at the heart of our communal spaces at the heart of our projects, which could be vertical sky gardens or beautiful central village areas. And importantly, our app is designed to allow members of the community to decide on the amenities that they want in their communities. So if the community want a grocer's instead of a coffee shop, then vote for it. If you want a barber's or a hairdresser's, then let us know. And hopefully these businesses will be run by members of the community. So the members are getting to decide what they want in their own communities, all powered through technology. Now, this is where it gets exciting, because the key facets to a successful community are our celebration of our differences, our ability to give back and to grow. And we're all seeing a resurgence of the sharing economy in so many areas of our lives. So our app is designed to allow members of the community to offer services to each other and to share. And that could be cleaning materials, picnic gear, bikes, or skills. So if you're a yoga instructor and you live in the community, advertise on the app and run yoga classes in the gym space. And the ones that I really love, a homework club run by others in the community. What about if someone in the community said that they would love interior design and they'd help you unpack those boxes and help you create a beautiful home? And what about the community dinner? Open to the members of the community first, and then to people living and working nearby, fostering an even wider sense of community. And the possibilities go on. If you make cakes, advertise and make cakes for the rest of the building. What about if you go on holiday, you could advertise your home to other friends and family of other community members. And hopefully in the future, as we know work is so transient these days, that you'll be able to live in a building in London and move directly to a building in New York with any of the usual hassle. So in this fast-changing world, that Harvard study on what makes a good life is so important. It confirms what we know, that our path to happiness is relationships, friends, family, community. And we can all do so much to enhance our communities and the quality of life for everyone, wherever we live, looking out for neighbours, making an effort to connect. And as our parents will remind us, the sharing economy isn't new. We just forgot about it for a while. But for us, instead of leaving it to chance, we're harnessing the power of technology, great design, and the sharing economy to transform rental homes and create communities of the future. And we're designing for happier, more fulfilled and connected lives and a flourishing society. Thank you.